Now for a look at what the foreign press is covering, Mia is over at the Live Touch with a look at today's headlines.
Well, Frank, we're going to start things off with the Australians, and here's the picture here. Yep, there you go. You have 6 boats carrying 525 asylum seekers. They arrived in Australia over the weekend on Christmas Island. Now, that's a territory of Australia in the Indian Ocean where many refugees are taken. Now, as of yesterday, Christmas Island detention facilities had a total of nearly 2,000 refugees, many from Iran, and more on the way. It's become a controversy in Australia as to whether to turn these boats around or welcome people escaping appalling circumstances elsewhere. All right, over to the International Herald Tribune, and we see a lot of protesters here in Lisbon. Now, for much of the debt crisis in Europe, the Portuguese, well, they've been fairly quiet until now. Now, Portugal is expected to announce a budget for next year. That's supposed to happen tomorrow, and it's expected to include one of the biggest increases in taxes ever and the most cuts in public services. Now, Portugal needed a $101 billion bailout last year to avoid bankruptcy when it was engulfed by the Eurozone's debt crisis, but it has struggled to reduce its deficit because the cuts have deepened that recession. Now, unemployment is now a record 16%. A lot of people, as you can see right here, they're saying enough is enough. And over to the China Daily we go. And no, that's not the picture we want to show you just yet. There's a lot of online sabotage happening. Now, nearly 8 million computers were affected in attacks last year, most originating from other countries. Hackers break into computers and steal private information. Government officials are now saying this has become a major threat to national security. And also, over here, this is pretty funny over here in China Daily. It's called Mo Mania. Now, remember last week we told you about Mo Yan, who won the Nobel Prize in Literature? Well, it's a new chapter for the author. From the internet to the bookshelves, everyone is rushing out in China to go buy his book. In fact, all of the bookstores have sold out, but they are now taking orders. Now, when asked about the craze sweeping the country, the 57-year-old writer simply expressed his surprise and delight. So we got to go rush out and get a book there.
I didn't even hear about Mo Mania. I'm just hearing about it now. Mia Mania at some point as well. Thank you, Mia. Now for a look at what some of the papers are covering here in the U.S. Mia is over at the Live Touch with a look at the headlines. Mia.
Well, we're going to start things off in Philadelphia, Frank, and we're going to begin our news, and we're going to show you pretty much every single newspaper for our viewers overseas is showing Arlen Specter. We told you about him just a few moments ago, but he was the long-serving senator from Pennsylvania who passed away at 82 years old. But also in Philadelphia, this is the headline here, Gains for Women in the Ivy League. Now, this is 5 of the 8 top universities now have female presidents, and that was, if you compared it to 10 years ago, that's a huge rise. In fact, many say the Ivy League is now leading the way for women as a place to thrive. This is also a trend being seen around the nation. Now, the Dallas Morning News, we are showing this, and this is a great picture right here. These are recruits carrying veteran recruits carrying homes, and this is all new. This is a foster friend, Fannie Hall. She's with a veteran by his side, and with so many elderly veterans, we are seeing a new trend in healthcare: foster families. Now, these vets are being placed in private residences. It's an alternative to nursing homes and provides more personal care and home-cooked meals. Again, this is a new trend taking place nationwide. Now, besides Arlen Specter being on nearly every newspaper this morning, this headline also is on the Atlanta Journal. This is a new law spurs delays, and this is also expect small 2013 benefit increases. Now, Social Security boost is expected to be small this year. Seniors will be seeing an increase of 1 to 2% come January, but these will be the lowest increases since 1975. Now, retirees, you can expect a raise of between $12 and $24 per month. This isn't expected to please a lot of seniors, though, who are a big group of voters. 56 million people receive benefits, and this is coming 3 weeks before the elections, so we're going to see if there's any fallout for President Obama on this. The announcement will be made tomorrow when the government releases inflation figures for September's, and those are your national headlines for this Monday, October 15th, Frank.